Welcome back. This week we're talking about Sonic the Hedgehog number 1. Made back in 2020, right before the pandemic struck, and had a lot of technical difficulties trying to get made.
Meow?
Brother, what's that?
My expectations going into this were really low, but after seeing this movie, I really enjoyed it. Sonic 3 just came out, and I wanted to take a look back, and I want to talk about what makes this movie so good. People on the internet have talked a lot about this, and so I'm just going to talk about the stuff I really haven't seen. It's not much, but here we go. There's a lot of things going on in this movie, and off the bat, first thing, you get the Sega intro. It goes so unnaturally hard.
Hey, that's pretty good.
I didn't think I'd have to mention this, but yeah, it goes so hard. And honestly, from the beginning of just seeing Sonic, anything is better than what we had before. Everyone remembers the infamous CGI screw-up where the internet destroyed this movie.
Meow?
Kill it! Kill it with fire! Everyone flee!
So just looking at this looks amazing to compare to that monstrosity. This is James Marsden's first appearance in the series. I love James Marsden. He's a great actor, and he does a great job here. It's hard to try and act with a little CGI puppet all the time. Really sells Sonic the Hedgehog as a real person. He really carries this movie, and he's really funny.
Would you learn how to drive? Here, in this truck. It's happening as we speak.
As well, Jim Carrey really sells this movie. And Jim Carrey is super funny. He's been kind of hit and miss over the past couple of years. But this really reminded people that, hey, Jim Carrey can act.
I was not expecting that. But I was expecting not to expect something, so it doesn't count.
Ben Schwartz plays Sonic. I love him from Parks and Rec.
The worst! She's the worst in the world.
So I knew he was going to do a good Sonic, and he really does. He matches his voice, he's very energetic and quippy and funny. I literally could not imagine someone else as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Crazy? Me? No way, Doc. Friends of yours, deep down, you are still rather lonely?
And this movie is really funny.
I know, he's a little weird.
Weird?
No
He's
way.
a psychological tire fire.
Just in general, a lot of the jokes here are kind of hit or miss, but the ones that do hit are like, wow, this isn't a kid's movie.
Look what came out of my egg sack.
And some of these jokes, just lawn-running jokes, are just really funny.
There is one person in town.
And I know you're real!
No, I'm not!
It can be cheesy at times, but the other jokes make up for it.
Who, as everyone can see, is a very real creature, and not at all invented by me.
Even though this is a video game movie, it's more of a comedy, and you're not really supposed to take this movie seriously. It's supposed to be fun and lighthearted.
Reconnaissance!
They make a reference in this to Keanu Reeves,
Keanu! You are a national treasure.
When I find you.
and then, you know, he's now Shadow the Hedgehog. That's just like funny foreshadowing, right? Also, this movie, it goes hard on the advertisements.
Hey, what are those?
Apartments for rent I found on Zillow.
There's so many in this, just like car advertisements and drinks and just random stuff. And every movie has those. But this movie literally just has lines and jokes dedicated to advertisements. Like, it should probably chill out. I think it learned in the later movies it needed to chill out on them.
Olive Garden.
Have you tried their never-ending pasta bowl? It never ends.
I also love like the tiny details in this, like the music and the characters, the references to the original Sonic games and franchise. Him enjoying chili cheese dogs.
Oh, that's awful. What did you eat?
I think it's called a chili dog?
Like, most people don't understand that but the fans. Like, at the very end, he beats Robotnik by just hitting him a bunch of times. Like, exactly from the game. And it shows that the production team has a knowledge of how Sonic the Hedgehog really works. And they do little things like this throughout the movie. Does a great job of paying homage to the original franchise. Most video game movies are trash. But this one is like, people have put in work and effort into this, and I appreciate it. I think everyone else does as well. Yes, Detective Pikachu had been made before, but Sonic 1 coming out really proved to Hollywood that video game movies could actually be made repeatedly. One light criticism I do have is, and I think everybody has, is he's Sonic. He could just run to his destination. He could just end this movie in seconds if someone just gave him Google Maps.
I realized a few things. A, I have no idea where I'm going.
So I see that, I get it. And Sonic flossing, I didn't know we needed that. I don't think we did.
It sucks, man.
Honestly, this movie isn't really deeper than that. It's a really good time. It's really funny. It looks great most of the time. The CGI is really good. The jokes are funny. The actors are great. There's light criticisms here, but the difference is if you've seen Sonic 3, the movie has really cleaned those up by the time it gets to Sonic 3. It's learned from its mistakes. So looking at these mistakes here, I just know that they've learned from it and improved. So I really don't care. And that's really cool to see, a franchise that gets better as it progresses.
And the suffering.
And that's why I think Sonic 1 is really good, and I really enjoyed it. If I had to rate this movie, I'd give it an 8.6 out of 10. It's a fun time, what can I say?
Do you have your child in that bag?
I mean, yes, it's a child, but it's not mine.
It's not your child.
Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, like and subscribe to the video, and maybe we'll get some more Sonic content out there. We'll see. Anyway, till next week, thank you guys so much, and bye.
Is that so difficult to believe?
Oh, I guess.